for Portage-Lisker.
Mr. Speaker, Canada's economy was showing signs of trouble before COVID-19 hit, with record debt and out-of-control spending. In fact, in March of this year, prior to COVID, Canada lost over 1 million jobs, many of those in the energy sector. Since 2015, energy workers have been abandoned by this government. So when Keystone XL was approved in the U.S. in March of 2017, there was once again a glimmer of hope for Canadian workers. Those hopes are now at risk. What will the Prime Minister do to ensure that the Keystone XL project moves ahead in the United States?
Honourable Minister.
Speaker, let me be very clear to energy sector workers, especially those in Alberta who are worried about the future of this project. Our government has been and will be unwavering in its support for Keystone XL. We have been and will continue to advocate for this project to the U.S. government. In fact, the Prime Minister discussed this project on his very first call with the President-elect. Keystone is a good project. We support it. There are 1,500 Canadians working on it as we speak. We support them. Sorry, Mr. Speaker.
I'd like to remind the honourable members to turn off their microphones, mute themselves. J'aimerais rappeler aux députés.
I'd like to remind members to turn off their microphones, to mute themselves, please.
Madame Chabot, s'il vous plaît, mettez votre microphone.
Ms. Chabot, please mute your microphone.
OK, on a un petit problème, un des microphones.
We have a problem with a microphone then.
Member for Portage-Lisker.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. But here's the problem with the Liberals' answer. The Prime Minister said that he wants to phase out the oil sands. He said that in 2017. He attacked pipelines with Bill C-69. He implemented a tanker ban and a job-killing carbon tax. That has meant thousands of jobs lost in the West. Losing Keystone would mean at least 2,800 more jobs lost. So, what is the Prime Minister's plan to ensure that the Keystone XL project goes ahead so that more Canadian jobs are not lost?
The Honourable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, the Prime Minister raised this issue with the President-elect on the very, very first call. We have been clear. There is a very, very strong argument for this project, and that continues regardless of who the President of the United States is. We will continue to make that argument. I would say that one of the strongest arguments for this project is that we have a government that is fighting climate change, that is putting a price on pollution, is making investments to help our energy sector become more sustainable than ever. Merci, Monsieur le Président.
The Honourable Member for Portage-Lisker.
Well, recently, when asked if a Biden victory would mean the end of Keystone XL, the Prime Minister abdicated, saying, well, that's a question for Mr. Biden. This defeatist tone is unacceptable and provides no reassurances that he will actually fight on behalf of energy workers for this project to move forward. The success of Keystone XL would create 2,800 Canadian jobs and indirectly support 15,000 additional jobs. With the current COVID crisis, these jobs are more important than ever. So again, what is the Prime Minister's plan to ensure that KXL is not cancelled?